part 3.
What it do, y'all? How you doing? How you doing? It's been a long time since we've done a part 3.
I know. We did so good on part 2, so we came back for a part 3.
We did it a few times back when we would do 22-22s back in like 2020. But,
We did?
Yeah, we did it a couple times. Just not very many. So anyway, though.
I am sleepy though.
Yeah, me too. Maybe we'll have a light load. Who knows?
I don't even know what to do with my hair. It's just like annoying me and it's staticky here, so.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? How you doing? Part 3 of the weekly live readings. Can't promise that we're going to do a part 3 every single week. I have been kind of wondering how that would do for the past 2 or 3 weeks. So
yeah,
we're going to give it a try tonight and see if it's any fun.
Yeah.
Can't promise we'll do it next week, though. Maybe, maybe not.
We shall see.
Said the blind man.
To his deaf son.
There you go.
So we do have a little bit of a list. We have 6 people so far. If you want to get on the list, the link is in the comments. $25, 1 question. I'm going to get the lineup here on my side. I'll get it all ready and then I will post it. If you have any questions, I will be in the chat and you can just ask me.
All right.
Hold on, let me get the live over here.
Boo boop be doo.
I had to get me another energy drink.
Had to grab me one too. I wasn't able to get a nap today between part 1 and part 2 because I took an extra brain pill to get me extra fired up today. And I don't know why, but I just couldn't fall asleep. Usually it doesn't bother me. I can fall asleep with it. It just gives me really weird dreams. But today I just wasn't able to fall asleep. So I didn't get my daily nap today.
Is that why you have weird dreams then? It's because of your brain pills?
Well, that new one that I tried, that correct energy, I've noticed that every time I take that stuff, my dreams are funky. Funky, dude. But I don't know. I think that does have something to do with it, possibly. Buggy, what are you doing, boy?
Buggy.
Chasing Sperry. Sperry's over here hiding by you.
Oh, baby, I'll protect you. Don't
Buggy, quit being a punk, boy.
You stay here. How's everybody's night going?
What's up, y'all? How you doing?
This is late for us. Well, you were up the other night till like 2 a.m. doing readings. And I was like, where are you? I woke up and the bed was so lonely and cold. And I was like, where is he? And then I opened the door and then I hear you and they're working. And I was like, oh, I'm still working? I was so sad.
Well, I mean, I thought about kind of head to bed, but I was like, I'm just going to fall asleep and then wake up in an hour to get you up for Nevaeh to get up. I may as well just stay up, stick it out. And then when I come to wake you up, I'll go to bed then. That was the plan. I didn't think you were going to wake up before that.
Oh. Okay. Well, anyways, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get started.
Buggy. No.
Well,
He's being a punk.
I know. Let's get, what are my words? Let's get started with the first one.
All right.
All right. The first person is Vivian. It says, I want to start reading tarot and oracle for others, but not sure if or how to start.
That's a statement. What's the question?
Probably advice.
How to start? Well, I mean, usually most people who are put in that position where that's your mission, most people are put in situations where they have to. I don't really, honestly. Let me just look and see. Hang on. Let me look and see. Look at your path.
Well, she's in the chat, so.
Let me look and see the path.
Well, I think if that's the same Vivian.
Knight of Cups reverse. Boom, 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 boom. Well, I don't think you're on mission, which is a good thing, believe me, because when you're on mission, if you don't start doing your mission, the universe is going to shove its boot up your ass and make you do it. So you have the leisure to play around with it and do it however you want, when you want, with no pressure and without your life basically unfolding in ways that makes you do it, you know? I don't know. What do you mean how to start though? Like, unless you have friends,
she said it is. I've started, but my mission is to spread out.
Well, you see how everybody else does it. Put it on social media and see what happens. I'm not seeing energy here that indicates that you're going to be forced to do it. Like if you was to not do it, you could walk away from it and you wouldn't face any consequences as a result of that. When it's your mission, if you try to avoid doing your mission, you will be seriously punished. But that's a good thing, though. But I mean, like, there's only a few different ways that I know of people doing it, and that's to put it on social media. Read generally for the zodiac signs on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube or Facebook, and see if you attract the audience that, you know, needs to hear what you have to say.
She said, think you can see what my mission might be.
No, not really. But like I said, don't worry about that, because that's a good thing. Because if you're not on mission as a light worker, that means you can do it however you want. You have the freedom to do it however you want. When people are on mission, they don't really have that much freedom. It's like the universe is going to shove you into a corner and like leave you with no choice, but you're either doing this or you're going fucking homeless, you know? So it's a good thing. You don't want to be on mission. That kind of sucks, honestly. You have the freedom to do it however you want and play with it however you want. If you feel a calling or an interest, you know, you have the room and the freedom to experiment with this and play with that. Try playing around on TikTok, playing around on YouTube, you know, Facebook, or maybe with your friends. You know, you say, hey, I'm practicing reading tarot. Can I just play around with it and just see if I'm doing good, you know, and play with it that way. And if, you know, you're putting the right energy and intention into it, then the universe is going to see that and be like, oh, okay, you want to join? You want to join? Okay, well, here's some people that need to hear what you have to say. So you're at a place where you're actually, if you want to join, you know, this side of the spiritual war that we have going on right now, you have a lot more freedom and flexibility. But yeah, that's what I would recommend doing, is just start off on social media or ask any friends or family, is what I would do if I was you. So, okay.
All right. So next is for G. Says, how does my ex Pisces feel about me? Been no contact for 2 months.
Three of Cups reverse. Ooh, this person feels a karmic tie with you. So I think you take up quite a bit of space in their head. But at the same time, I think they're still a little bit angry at you. So it's like they think about you all the time, but I don't really see them actually trying to like be with you. It's just like you take up a bunch of space in their head, so they just want to be nosy, basically, you know? I don't even know any way to explain that. Maybe have you ever experienced that before, where maybe somebody you fell out with, or just somebody in general just takes up a lot of space in your head and you don't know why? So you just want to know what they're up to, and you find you just looking and seeing what they got going on in their life. It's like an itch that you can't scratch. That's what this feels like here. That's what this feels like here. It feels like this person is just really, 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 really super obsessed with just knowing what you got going on in your life. And if we dig that up at the deepest level, more than likely what that means is they probably want to see something bad happen to you, honestly. Especially still holding on to a little bit of anger and resentment. Let me see what the second spread says. Two of Pentacles reversed. Damn it. Come on. There we go. Seven of Swords reversed. Three of Swords. Yeah. So at the deepest level, you still take up quite a bit of space in this person's head, but it's like they're mad at you, though. You know? So I don't think that they're waiting with open arms to come back together with you. Kind of honestly feels to me like they're waiting with their fingers crossed, hoping to see something bad happen to you, you know? Best thing you can do when you got somebody throwing that kind of energy at you is just do the best you can to just release it and let them figure that energy out themselves. What happens most of the time when somebody bathes in that energy for too long is they completely sabotage themselves. They're going to end up attracting and manifesting bullshit into their own life that resonates with the shit they want to see happen in your life. They're going to end up going through what they want to see you go through. So, all right.
Okay, Shayla. Is the person I'm currently dating my person? I'm a Leo. He is a Sagittarius.
Decent energetic combination, potentially. Yeah, I like that question, though. The soul contract. Let's see. Like, okay, so just to let you know, when it comes to your person, your divine life partner, that's not the only person you can build a life partnership with, by the way. But for that person, there's only one card that'll tell me that answer. The Lover's card in the upright. Just to let you know, I'm looking for one specific card. Hierophant, King of Wands, Emperor. Ooh, Lover's card. There it is. There it is. So, yeah, I do believe that you are dealing with your person. Absolutely. Okay. Wow. Well, that came out quick.
That's been actually coming out a lot today.
Yeah. Well, that's weird. I'm not one of them readers that's going to tell you, oh, this is your person when it's fucking not. I don't play that shit. The unfortunate part about my job is that, yeah, people do get upset with me a lot because I don't tell them what they want to hear. And I don't like that. I really don't. I don't want to make you mad, but I'm not going to lie to you, you know? So when I say it, I mean it, like for real. So let's see what the second spread says. Does it want to give me the same message or anything else? Sun card, Page of Wands, King of Cups, Queen of Cups. Hey, well, that's a good minor arcana way of depicting masculine and feminine counterparts. King and Queen of Cups in the second spread. Lover's card in the first spread. I'm going to have to give that a yes. I think so. All right.
Lots of positive for the most part. Like today.
I try like hell to grab as much positive as I can. I know people don't believe that, but I really do.
All right, next is for Nikki. I feel a really special connection with my boss at work, wondering if he feels the same way. Sometimes it seems like he's flirting with me, but I can't tell.
All right. Soul contract.
Who's the sage? Thank you.
Feel some heavy energy?
Yeah, probably. We just need to be saging more.
We haven't saged the house in forever. It's been like 2 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. Probably longer than that.
And I noticed you emptied out my sage bowl.
That was all the sticks and stems.
I still use that stuff.
That's been downstairs for like 2 months. No, you don't.
Okie dokie. So, Nikki. What was the question again?
About her boss.
I wonder if he feels the same way. Yeah, I think that he does feel an unusually strong connection with you.
Ask him for a raise.
Because this is a very near and dear member of your soul family. You all have had many lifetimes together where you've played very close, intimate roles in each other's lives, such as parent and child, brother and sister, husband and wife, yada, yada. So there is a really strong sense of soul recognition here, which is what you feel, and yes, he feels it too. But I'm not convinced with this first spread that he is interpreting that as an emotional response, you know? I would say that, yeah, when you think he's flirting with you, I think he is. But it's almost like he's trying to rationalize his feelings and rationalize. And men are really, really horrible about that. Men do that like 99% of the time. They feel something. And the first thing they do is they get to work trying to rationalize it and explaining it and understanding it and putting it in a little box. And if they can, twisting it and fitting it in the box of their choice. So it's kind of what it feels like this person's doing. Let's see what the second spread says. Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, 10 of Cups. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I think that he could see himself with you.
10 of Cuppy.
He could see himself with you. He does feel an abnormally strong connection with you. I think the main thing here is getting in the way as he's trying to rationalize his feelings, you know. But to answer the question as directly as possible with the Knight of Cups, 10 of Cups, I would say he feels the same way at the deepest level. I would say so. But yeah, see, King of Pentacles, trying to hold it all together and be professional and be cool, but
yeah, he probably can't really overstep too much too, because work policies and stuff. But
yep.
Okay, next is Anna.
Anna Banana.
Will I find a new job in May?
Blue buddy blue. The Lover's card reverse. Queen of Coins reversed. Ace of Swords reversed. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Well, right now it's telling me no. I don't know why. 7 of Cups. So I think you might be looking in the wrong places. You might be looking in the wrong places. So, like, there may be... Actually, hang on. Before I speak, let me get the second spread out. Pretty sure I know where this is going, but let me grab the second spread just in case.
Did that one say no to you?
Yeah.
When you try picking it up?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think you might be thinking in. You need to think outside of the normal box that you think in. I hate to sound cliche, but I'm seriously thinking that the next job you end up getting is going to be something very either unexpected or something that you never really pictured yourself doing. And if you box yourself in too tightly to what you're comfortable with, what you're familiar with, what you have experience with, and stuff like that, then that kind of narrows it down and makes it very difficult for you because that's not the area. No, that's nowhere near the area of what your next assignment is. So if you can just like loosen up a little bit, don't be afraid to step outside the box and don't be afraid to try new, crazy, weird, scary things, then yeah, you will increase the chances. But if you stay too boxed in, then no, you won't find a new job in May. All right.
Next is for Kate. My Aquarius ex reached out last week. What are his true intentions? We dated for 5 months and he broke up with me because he said he needed time to work on himself. They always do that.
I think that's like the most
Petty.
horrible excuse. Like that excuse
petty.
is so, I don't buy it. Break up with you because I need to work on myself. Because I need to work, right? No, that's bullshit. Right. That is bullshit. If I need to work on myself, like, I would like you to be here with me while I do it. You know? I don't know. Let me just see. 9 of Wands. 6 of Wands reversed. Yeah. So now I'm not allowed to spy on the close personal details of somebody's personal private life. But I do think somehow, some way, there was somebody else involved. Whether he left you for that person or stumbled into them shortly after y'all parted ways, there was somebody else involved somehow. And he thought this person was going to be better than you. And now he's kind of realizing that the grass isn't greener on the other side. And
the grass ain't greener, it's fake grass.
Yeah. Or if it is, if it is greener, it's because it's fertilized with bullshit.
Ooh.
So,
Or yeah, you say the grass, it may look greener and it's only greener because it's fake or because it's fertilized with bullshit. Doesn't matter how. Oh, never mind. I'm too tired to think. Never mind. I'm not witty on it right now.
I feel you.
I want to hear this thing going on.
Put it over there on your floor. No, don't do that. If you're gonna do that, let me put it over here.
There.
I want to be able to see what's going on. Yeah. And he still feels a karmic tie. I mean, honestly, I do think that he does have intentions of trying to reconnect and rebuild. He has intentions of it. The only thing is if he's going to actually apply the wisdom that he gained through that mistake he made. I'm not seeing anything that indicates that he will or anything that indicates that he won't. So I don't really want to speak on that. I can say that most people don't. But I don't have anything saying for sure one way or the other. So there is a chance that maybe he really did see that, damn, man, I shouldn't have fucking done that. That was the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life. And it really actually applies the wisdom that he learned from that mistake in which the two of you could reconcile successfully. So, I mean, I think he wants to reconcile. I think so. I think he feels kind of stupid because that is stupid.
That is stupid.
Work on yourself. It's fucking stupid.
I would not go back to him. I'd be like, that's what you get. Now you're stuck in your own poopy situation. You're fake grass.
You're a goofball, dude. You're a goofball.
Oh. All right. Next we have Stephanie. Stephanie, Gemini, and boyfriend Reese, Pisces. Hard for him to talk about it or show his emotions. Been experiencing some bumps in the road, and he seems distant. I want to know how he currently feels about me and our relationship. I remember reading about this before. I don't know if it's like the same question, but I remember the name. I wish I remember the name Reese because that's my cousin's name.
So I've read for this person before?
Yeah, you've read about them specifically together.
Oh, okay.
But it's been a while. It's been like...
Well, I
it's
mean,
not recently.
Gemini and Sagittarius energy. I'm sorry, Pisces energy. Good God. I mean, if you're confused about a Pisces feelings now, you're probably always going to be confused about their feelings. I ain't never met a Pisces that I can understand how they feel. You know, I've never met a Pisces that really is 100% sure how they feel, you know. Let's see. Queen of Cups, ooh, Five of Wands, and there's the Pisces card. 10 of Wands. So he can't. First of all, let's cut straight to the chase. Yes, he wants to be with you. Okay, and this is a Pisces thing. Pisces is symbolized by two fish with their tails tied together, swimming in opposite directions. So Pisces energy, those who are under a heavy Pisces influence can frequently find themselves in an emotional tug of war that they can't think through it. They can't think straight. They can't process through it. They don't even know how to explain how they feel or what's going on inside of them. But the short answer is yes, he wants to be with you. 10 of Cups, Queen of Cups. He's just so overloaded and conflicted on the inside that he can't talk about it and explain it because he can't put it into English.
She said, sorry, since Valentine's Day. Last read for me, you mentioned he was my divine life partner.
Okay. Okie dokie. Well, that's good. Let's see what the second spread says.
I didn't know if you asked if something about a date, like the last time they, or what is it since Valentine's Day?
No, I think it was just me and you. I was asking if I've read for them before.
Oh, yeah, because I was saying it's been a while. Are you waiting for me?
No, I'm pulling my second spread.
Okay.
Hermit. Boom, 10 of Cups again for the second time in a row. And the Lover's card. So, yeah, I would say this is your person. I would say that 100%. And I don't think he wants things to come to an end. And again, here's another thing, too, now that we're on this subject. Being with your person, a lot of people think that once I meet my person, it's going to make me feel better. Once you get with your person, that is going to be such a heavy, intense connection that if you're not in the right headspace or heart space, it can trigger the shit out of you because it's such an intense connection. And if you're already going through something heavy and emotional, that person can trigger you like nobody else on this planet can. And yeah, he's just so overwhelmed with emotion that he doesn't know how to explain it or how to express it. But the short answer is, I mean, he believes at the deepest level that you all are divine life partners and doesn't want this to come to an end. Just doesn't know how to handle his own emotions. Doesn't even know how to explain it. So that's the best way I can explain that.
Okay. She said, "Oh my God, we trigger each other a lot lately."
Yep. It'd be that way sometimes.
Okay, next is for Mahi. The same name. How do we say that?
That's didn't we have that same name earlier?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's the same person.
Oh, okay.
It says, "When will he talk to me? I'm a Scorpio. He's an Aries."
When will he talk to me?
And then I looked at the last one, and I think that's the husband. Because the husband's Aries, and then there's Scorpio. This question.
Oh, so y'all aren't even in communication. Is that?
I don't know. I tried seeing if they were in the chat, but they didn't respond. So
That's confusing. I was under the impression that you were currently with your husband. Okay, well, I'm glad I know that now because that's weird. When will we talk to you? So y'all are in no contact.
if you're in the chat, please chime in and we can.
We got the Ace of Swords here. So there's not supposed to be no contact between the two of you. Fool card reverse. That if you all are in no contact, it's not even supposed to be going down that way. Lover's card. Are you all in separation? Because if you're separated, you're not supposed to be. So what that means is things are not going according to plan. So if things are not going according to plan, it's extremely difficult to predict what's going to happen. Whenever somebody reads something, tarot, astrology, channeling, there's two main things that we read. 75 to 80% of what we read is what I like to call the default timeline. And that's just a little phrase that I coined by what we planned before we got here. Like, just like you're taking a highlighter and highlighting a route on a map. Now, if we're off of the default timeline, you have to be able to read energy and understand how energy behaves. But when we're off the default timeline, it's a big free-for-all. Energy could change any day. Having said that, he knows what he wants to say to you with the Ace of Swords up here, but he's too afraid to come forward and say it. As far as when he will talk to you, it's not giving me a clear read on that because you're not even supposed to be in no contact right now. That wasn't the soul contract. I think this was supposed to be a life partnership. Let me see what the second spread says.
Oh no.
That deck said no.
Oh no.
Can I just use this one?
Well, I guess I'll go get it.
Okay. King of Swords reversed. Seven of Wands, Five of Wands reversed. I think he's worried about conflict. Worried that it'll pop off into some conflict, maybe some drama. I almost don't want to say too much because I'm a little bit unclear about the situation here because I was unaware that this is a past person. I was putting intentions of a current person into it, which I guess the first reading doesn't make a difference, but now I'm thinking about it differently. He's too afraid to come talk to you. Afraid of conflict, afraid of drama, afraid of confrontation. So right now he's holding back. But like I said, this isn't supposed to be a no contact situation. So Yeah, you all should be in communication. You should be. So that's all I can say about that. Hang on, let me go grab something real quick.
Okay. Yeah, so we do have Cash App. Like I just said, just use the link that's pinned in the comments, or just scroll up a little bit, and then through our website, it's an option at checkout. We have Afterpay, we have Cash App. We used to have PayPal, but for some reason, PayPal and Square are not doing business together anymore. So I tried that way. Too much questions.
Well, what if we?
What do you mean too much questions? I'm not good at what?
What if we do the thing where we just put the PayPal link, Richmond or PayPal.me link?
Well, nobody's asking to pay with PayPal.
Oh.
I'm just saying. And when that is the case, it's usually people who are like other countries. If they have troubles paying with our website, then I just send them an invoice through PayPal. Oh. Yeah, you have to do the address. Sorry. Okay. Anyways, moving on. We're on Miranda. It says, if the guy I have been dating is serious about us, or is he playing games? First time my heart and brain are fighting against each other and I feel lost. Oh, that's not
Well,
good.
it's not a good sign that you all aren't connected at a deep enough level to be able to vibe out his intentions.
What about your gut? Because there's your brain, there's your heart, and there's your gut. Your brain is the logic, your heart is the feelings, and your gut is your intuition. Right? And then your big toe is just in the way.
What?
I don't know. It's late, you guys.
Let's see here. Empress. So, okay. How am I going to explain this simply? Is he serious? Yes. He's his idea of serious. With the Empress here. Wants to settle down, wants to have something long term, but I don't know. I don't know how. I don't want to use the word mature. I don't know if he's ready to actually do what it really takes to really settle down and commit. I think on one hand, he's kind of given up on love. On the other hand, he wants to keep hope, but he has an internal mental battle going on too. You all are kind of mirroring each other in a way. Kind of, sort of. So the short answer is yes, I do think he's serious about it. But he has one hell of an internal mental conflict going on where he, I think, is just as worried as you. See what the second spread said. Knight of Wands, see? Boo, Knight of Swords. Okay. Yeah, he's serious about it. But he's fighting an internal battle just like you. That's what you're picking up on. You're basically picking up on his energy. So, either way, though, like I said, even though I tell you what his intentions are, you're still going to have to connect with him so that you know what his intentions are. Because now, here's the risk that we run. Now, after I told you that, now you're going to be looking for evidence that backs up what I said. And if you're not connected with him at that level, you're not really going to see the evidence. And that's going to cause more frustration. So be careful with that. Just make sure you're doing what you can. If I was you, I would express your concerns. Bring it up. Bring up the fact that, you're having a hard time, reading him, knowing where you stand with him and stuff like that. And see if y'all can get to the bottom of this energetic disconnect that's going on.
You got a froggy in your throat?
A little bit.
My ear is being like so weird right now. This one, it's like popping like crazy. And I don't know why. It's like the louder you are, the more it's like popping. Kind of like, I don't know how to explain it.
I know what you mean. It's fluid. You have fluid in your ear.
But just all of a sudden, since we started doing this, like even you shuffling like that, it's making it pop. And it's like sensitive to sound. Am I dying?
No. Goofball.
All right. Next. Ooh, Anna's here just in time. We are doing yours right now. So. All right, Anna, does Eric have feelings for me / love me, or is he just playing me? I'm a Libra sun and he's an Aries sun. We have been on and off for a year and a half.
Those are opposite signs too, by the way. I don't know if you knew that or not. Libra and Aries. Queen of Swords. Two of Wands, Five of Pentacles reversed. Well, here's the thing. I mean, he's emotionally immature with the Page of Cups here. Has a little bit of feelings, a little bit. But here's the trouble when you go on and off with somebody. It's really, 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 really easy to accidentally teach someone how to manipulate you by letting them come in and out of your life like that. So he has a little bit of feelings for you with the Page of Cups here, but very emotionally immature. And the Page of Wands, Page of Cups, Page of Wands, Two of Wands. I think with this Five of Swords energy right here, he's the type of person that it's like, I'm going to get my way, and I don't care what I have to do to get my way. I don't care what lie I have to tell, who I have to cheat, manipulate, steal from, fuck over, throw under the bus. I don't care what smoke I have to blow up your ass. I'm going to get my way. And that's his energy. So kind of both, I think. I think both. Got a little bit of feelings for you. But he's kind of emotionally like a little toddler, I don't know how to explain it. Knight of Swords reversed. Okay, and then Page of Swords, all the pages. And the Knight of Swords reversed. Devil card, yeah.
She said, we've talked about marriage and kids, but then he ghosts and then freaks out.
Yeah,
you better not drop that one.
He's got a little bit of feelings for you, but I just don't think he's emotionally mature enough to be the person you need him to be. I don't think so. And, it's maybe a silly analogy, but I liken it to trying to teach a kindergartner how to do algebra. Even if you see all the potential in the world, and this little kindergartner just doesn't have the capacity to learn it. Similarly, it's very wise to be able to judge whether or not somebody even has the capacity to be the person you need them to be. And when it goes on and off and on and off and on and off and on and off and on and off, how many times before I say, okay, this is what it is and nothing's going to change? So Yeah. Okay. That's about all I can say about that.
Okay. Next is for Tia. What does Spirit want? Oh, wait a minute. Are you in the chat? I think I tried asking if she was in the chat earlier. Oh, she's here now. Okay, yeah, because she said, what does Spirit want to tell me about my current boyfriend who is a Cancer? What is it that you want to know about your current boyfriend?
Why do you think Spirit needs to tell you something about him?
And I know she's in the chat, so we'll give her a second. Or hopefully she's still here.
So while we're waiting on this, let me just throw a little message out there for everybody, okay? When the universe wants you to know something, the universe is going to make goddamn sure you know it. Now, first it starts off as a whisper, then it starts off as a yell, then it's a scream, then it's a bitch slap, then it's roadblocks. And you know what happens to the people who just completely ignore every fucking thing the universe is trying to tell you? And just it never gets through. Those are the people who have near-death experiences. The universe is like, all right, you stubborn ass. I'm going to have to kill your ass and talk to you face to face and then bring you back. Those are the people that have NDEs. So, yeah.
Okay, she wants to know if he's cheating on her.
Turkey dirt. Damn dog, man.
We gotta give him a name.
How about annoying fucker?
That's so mean. It doesn't have to be a mean name. I was thinking more like Rufus or something. Cause get it? He's like woof woof woof.
Yeah.
Rufus.
King of Swords reversed. Well, there's the Seven of Swords and the King of Swords reversed. So I can tell you this much. I don't think it's beneath him. I don't think so. I don't know how long you all have been together, but I do think that there was a lot of codependency energy in this connection. And I think he's the one that brought most of that energy to the table. And again, the codependent gets into relationships to distract themselves from their own pain, called the cupcake phase. Well, once the cupcake phase starts wearing off, then now you're no longer distracting me from my pain. So I have to go find another new person so I can get high on that feeling of doing something I'm not supposed to do, or whatever the case may be. And that's usually when the true codependent usually is either the first one that leaves or cheats. So I think it's only a matter of time. Let me see what the second spread says before I give my final verdict. I can tell you it's not beneath him. If he could, he would. Let me just see if that cheater card comes out twice in a row, though. Got the star card there. Two of Cups reversed. Queen of Cups. Ace of Cups reversed. Okay, Death reversed. It only came out once. So I would have to say I can't promise you that he is right now in the current moment, but I do think he is waiting on the right opportunity. I think so. He could be. But if he's not, I think it's only a matter of time. Just a matter of time. As soon as he finds himself in the right place at the right time and he feels like he can get away with it scot-free, I guarantee you he will. So
that's not the one for you, girl. That ain't your man.
Yeah, you gonna know. You'll know you can trust.
That's everyone's man.
Well, let me ask you this.
He's
Let me
not
ask
the
you this.
one.
Let's get it from a woman's perspective. Why do you feel so safe and secure with me? Why do you feel so confident that I'm not cheating on you?
because we're around each other all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, I could be talking to some girl in the room.
Because I don't know, you can't ask me this right now. It's so late. I can't think of like I just know I would sense it. I think I would feel it. I would know, and like we don't hide our phones, and it's not like I don't know. I just trust you. Like I know you're not.
I was just wondering. I've never heard you actually explain why you trust me.
Yeah, because I know you're in love with me, and you'd be silly to do that. I don't think you would do that.
Okay. Maybe we can wait till you're more awake.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Because I cannot even think straight right now.
Okay.
But yeah, we've built a trust with each other, and you've proven to me in the past, like when people do write you or whatever, like you don't entertain it, and you never have. So why would I think that you would not do it now? I just don't feel like you are. So I don't.
If you show up in my inbox hitting on me, I'm not going to respond to you. I'm taking it straight to her, and we're going to look at it and laugh together. Ha ha! That's what I do every time. Look what this bitch wrote me on Facebook.
I didn't know if you were going to say that.
Yeah, on Facebook, clearly shows me and my wife. It says married to Leah Law. You show up in my inbox, we're going to be clowning you. And it happens. It does happen. Anyway.
Okay, that's so funny. She said, that's what he says to me. He said, because he's always with me. Oh, like maybe he says he's not cheating because he's always with you or something.
Well, what makes you question that?
She probably can sense it.
No, what I'm saying, like, is it his behavior? Does he act funny, or I'm just curious because I'm always.
She said, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I'm always trying to figure out new ways of explaining that's why I asked you that, was to see if I can come up with a new way of explaining how the trust-based connection is supposed to feel.
Well, plus it's so obvious. I feel like there's signs. There's just signs.
Well, I'm not 100% convinced that he's cheating right now in the current moment. Well, cheating, when I say cheating, I mean fucking. Now, is he maybe talking to somebody or flirting with somebody? Very possibly.
What about making out?
Well, yeah, absolutely. But, there's more to cheating than physical contact, True.
Yeah.
The minute you start entertaining somebody and flirting back with them, you're cheating. I don't care.
Oakley dokley. Next is for Anonymous. I want to know how my ex fling feels about me. I broke it off in February. He's an Aquarius. I'm a Scorpio.
Oh, fling. Okay. I thought that was, I didn't hear what you said. Never mind. I thought it was like some name from another culture or something like that,
Oh.
Like fleeing. All right, let's see. Let me see that question one more time. Look it up in February. Aquarius and Scorpio. Oh, okay. Strength card. Chase of Wands reversed. Tower card reversed. Okay, well, I do think that he would like to reconcile, but he's holding back because he doesn't want you to think you have power over him. Does that make sense? You broke it off, so he's not going to come chasing after you when you chose to break it off. But I think deep down he would actually kind of like to reconcile. With that Queen of Swords there, though, I'm going to tell you what, Aquarius and Scorpio is an extremely challenging energetic combination. Extremely. I only know of one Aquarius Scorpio couple, and I know one of them personally, but I haven't seen him in like 10 years. From a distance, I haven't talked to this person in 10 years. From a distance, it looks like it's successful, but anything that I've witnessed in person, that's a challenging combination. Very challenging. Let me see here. Because you all speak such different emotional languages. Yeah. So I think Death card, reverse, 10 of Cups, he would like to reconcile 100%. But he refuses to let you know that. Because in his mind, if you know that, you won. If you know how he feels, you win. He wants you to think that he doesn't give a shit. And hope that kind of digs under you, you know. But at the deepest level, he wants to reconcile. I would say be careful with that if you do decide to attempt reconciliation. Because unless he can let his walls down and be vulnerable with you, it'll repeat the cycle. So I don't see him letting his walls down and being honest about how he feels right now. But that could change, I guess. All right.
Okay, next is for Vicky. Does my current love interest have romantic feelings for me, or is it just platonic?
Platonic.
Platonic.
That means just friends. Huh?
Platonic.
Platonic. That's what I was going to say. Feel free.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh, Lover's card straight out the gate. That looks like romantic feelings to me. Queen of Pentacles. So I think this person doesn't really. This person, how do I word this? I don't want to say they're intimidated by you, but they hold you to high regard. I think this person feels like you're a little bit out of their league. You know, so yeah, I guess you could say intimidated. That's the best word you can use. But yeah, the Lover's card is the overall energy. I would have to say, yeah, there's romantic feelings there. 100%. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups Lover's card, yeah. Let's see what the second spread says. Boom. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, you intimidate him a little bit. Ace of Cups. I'm assuming it's him. I don't want to use the wrong pronoun if you're dealing with a female, but yeah, absolutely. I would say that this person absolutely has romantic feelings for you. Just a little bit intimidated by you. A little bit, and does not really think that he deserves to be with somebody like you, or just feels like you're too good for him, you know? So, yeah, I would say, yeah, romantic feelings, 100%. Let me run to the bathroom real quick. You got some more stuff you're getting there?
No. I'm so sleepy, you guys. I'm usually in bed by now. And this is my second Red Bull. I got the smallest one I could find because I'm tired now, but I'm going to go lay in bed and then I'm going to be wide awake and wired. Just watch. And I'll be like, oh, I'm awake now. But yeah. How's everybody's night going? I got ditched. Yeah, that's honestly kind of gross. Time to heal. Yeah, that's nasty.
What's
Are
up?
you ready?
Did I miss anything fun?
No, just me complaining about how tired I am. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Anonymous. Should I leave my relationship? We've been on and off for a year, and it doesn't seem like anything is changing.
All right. Well, I got to see the soul contract. Is it complete? Judgment. Completed contract. So that's why it's been on and off. Now, remember, I'm not a psychic medium, so don't hold me to this. Don't hold me to this 100%. But most of the time, the contract was completed the first time you all separated. And then when you come back and try it again, it just loops around. Repeats the cycle. So, yeah. Judgment. Completed contract. World card. So, I mean, technically, according to the soul contract, yeah, you weren't supposed to come back together in the first place. Let me give the person you're dealing with an energy check. Star card reversed. So the person that you're dealing with doesn't even really, it's like they don't even really take it seriously at this point, you know? So when it comes to actually making a change, that's what I was saying earlier about on and off relationships. That's slippery and dangerous, because if you demonstrate to somebody that they don't have to really suffer any real consequences for their actions, the likelihood that they're going to change is very slim. So I just don't really think this person really takes it serious, and they're not worried about y'all breaking up, because they're like, you'll be back. If not, I can come back and you'll open the door for me. I know what I got to say. I know what I got to do. So honestly, yeah, probably to answer that question as directly as possible, it's probably about time to boot, scoot, and boogie.
All right. Next, we have, I'm going to try to say this name. Anathema. Oh,
Anatomist. That's what I was like. I would have said the exact same thing.
I told her, I said, I'm gonna have fun trying to pronounce that. And then it doesn't look like that until you try to say it, and then it's like, oh wait. Okay.
I was reading the same thing in my head when I saw that. Anathemous. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, are they making a play on that word? Because
I think so, because she was saying how we always say anonymous funny and weird. So I think she was trying to make it like sound funny.
Well, we're saying a naughty mouse. I don't know where that came from or who started that, but yeah.
Oh, I don't know. That was so long ago. Okay, so she paid for 4 questions, but she has 2 questions. So she was wondering if you could just pull extra spreads on her situations for those extra 2.
What do you mean? I don't understand what you mean.
So say so she has 2 questions. She paid for 4. So could you pull 4 spreads for the first one and then 4 spreads for the second one?
Oh,
to look into whatever.
Yeah. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know why. If you only have 2 questions, why did you pay for 4?
Because she wants you to pull more cards for each one.
Okay. All right.
So let's just give it a try.
Okay,
so the first one, I have a barbershop, and for a long time I battled depression and anxiety. Because of this, my business suffered greatly. I'm really motivated to expand my business, and I'm now in the middle of creating a now hiring poster. After I gained the barbers, I was going to put out an ad on social media to gain more clientele. I have 3 open positions available. My question is, should I hire one barber at a time, then advise built
Where's it at?
advice built their clientele? Oh, like advice for them to build their clientele before hiring the next person, or hire all 3, then advertise for clientele. I'm so motivated right now. I can hardly get a grip and chill out. I do not want to bite off more than I can chew and fall straight on my face. So, my question, I'll highlight it. So, hire just one and then kind of build from there, or just do all 3 at once.
Yeah. Justice, 2 of Cups, Queen of Wands, Strength card. Yeah, I think the one at a time thing would probably be your best bet. I think so. You know, Strength card, Queen of Wands. This is all about, you know, taking things slow, not moving too fast. I get it. I know that feeling. And trust me, on my journey, nothing is more of a slap in the face than when you bite off way more than you can chew and end up like, man, what did I do all this for? You know, and you're so overloaded and overwhelmed and things aren't working right because you did too much, you know.
I'm just laughing at the way it's spelled. I'm like a notch.
Oh, yeah.
That is actually cool.
King of Cups reverse. Yeah. Yeah, you want to be careful. You want to be careful that you don't accidentally attract a person that will take advantage of your energy. Like there's energy vampires out there that when they see somebody that's really happy and really motivated, got a really big heart, you know, then they can, oh, okay, well, you know, I can play with that and start pushing your buttons because I see, you know, I can, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So with the King of Cups in the reverse right here, if you overload yourself a little bit too much, you could end up accidentally intermingling in with some people that you can't really trust, some good manipulators, you know. 9 of Swords right there. And keep your options open too at the same time. So do the process where you interview and say, I'll call you, and then interview the next person, you know, get all your ducks in a row where you have your list of criteria that you're looking for.
She said that was my problem in the past. I was taken advantage of both times. Because I guess she also said that she's been at that location for 4 years. So it's something she's been doing for a while.
How many more spreads am I pulling?
2 more for this question. Maybe
2 of Pentacles. Yeah, see, the 2 of Pentacles, I don't know if you know anything about the tarot, but this dude here in this card is really, 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 really busy. He's really busy. He's riding a unicycle and juggling pentacles. He doesn't have time to put too much on his plate or he's going to fall and fuck everything up. 7 of Swords again. Well, not again. It was the King of Cups reversed in the last spread, but similarly, 7 of Swords. Yeah, I would take it slow and make sure. Now, I don't know what kind of criteria to look for. I've never had an employee. I've never had to hire somebody. So I don't really have any advice on that right off the top of my head. But yeah, you could accidentally attract some people who prey on that high vibration. There's energy vampires out there that will latch onto you and drain you and deplete you of that high vibration, that high energy, you know. See what the next one says. Six of Wands reversed. 3 of Swords. Okay. Yeah, pretty much going in circles here now. For the most part. Karmic wheel reverse there. Okay. And the Empress. So yeah. I think that's the main thing, is that, you know, whenever you move too fast and you're too motivated and you're too like, yeah, you know, and you want to bring all these people in at once, it could get too chaotic and you could end up, you know, not really able to focus and pay attention to everything. And there's people out there who peep that out and see what they can get away with and test the boundaries and whatnot. And as soon as they see a kink in your armor, they go straight for it. So,
yeah. And also, like, if you do one at a time too, then it's easier just to kind of train one person at a time. I guess it's not really train, because people should already know what they're doing in that type of career, but at least the way you run things in your shop and how you want things done, then it's almost like before you bring another person on, it's like there could be like 2 of you as a team, like kind of not cross training, is that the right word? You know what I mean? Does that make sense too?
mm-hmm.
Instead of having like all 3 positions filled, and then you have to be constantly reminding everybody of like, oh, this is here or that's there, or the towels are over there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have somebody who's already been there to kind of help out, and so you're not taking all that on as well.
And you want to just be able to focus on each individual, you know, to make sure that you're hiring people of integrity, you know. So.
Oh, she said, how will I know they are doing that? I'll pay extra if I have to for the advice. We could just make that one of your other questions.
How do you know if they're doing what?
He said, what did you say?
You mean, well, that's the thing. You don't know until it's too late. That's the point. That's why you want to
said, like, if they had not bad intentions, if they're taking advantage, or what were you saying?
Well, yeah, like that's the whole point that I'm saying, is you won't know they're doing that. That's the whole thing. People who act like that aren't going to let you know. You won't know until it's too late, until, I don't know, money is stolen out of the drawer, or supplies come up missing, or whatever these people do, you know?
You're saying if she does everyone at once, that is a possibility.
Yeah, it's a possibility that, you know, somebody could notice the chaotic environment, you know, see that you're a really happy, upbeat, kind-hearted person that's in a real good mood, and, you know, and people, I'm telling you, I've been around some shady people. So that's just the thing. You won't know till it's too late, because people like that are really good at what they do. So that's why you want to take it slow and, you know, do the best you can to make sure you're picking people of integrity and feel them each out vibrationally and get a good feel for who you're dealing with.
That's good advice. Okay, and then it says, my other question is, will I find the barbers I need the first go around, or will I have to go through a couple of people before I find the right fit?
Death reverse.
I totally get that though, like being super excited about something, and I'm the same way. Like, literally, I have to hurry up and do things while I'm excited, or else I will lose motivation. So I can totally relate to that.
Well, I mean, it depends on how you go into it and what parameters you set and the criteria that you're looking for. Just kind of, I don't know what your hiring process is, or, you know, what it is that you're looking for exactly. But, you know, if you really tighten it up and you get a really, really within reason, strict set of like criteria, guidelines, things that you're looking for, it could probably take you a couple of times, possibly. It very well could, depending on how what's the word? I can't find my words. I'm tired too. Depending on how picky you are, you know.
She said, I do have a list of expectations, cameras in every room. I guess that was more so for the last one. Sorry.
Okay. Well, if you feel like you're like you have a decent list of expectations and criteria and whatnot, it's possible. But I'm just kind of having a feeling like when it comes to everybody, I don't really think it's as cut and dry as that you're going to find it everybody at the same time or not. You know, it's like the first person you interview, you may be able to bring them on, and then the second person, I don't know about you, and then the next, I don't know. You know, so it'll probably be a slow process, honestly. That's not quite as black and white and cut and dry as that, but it'll be worth it though. It'll be worth it. So that's what I would do there. Let me see. I don't know if I would ever want a business where I have to hire employees. I don't know.
She says, I'm trying to prepare myself for the worst case scenario and hope for the best.
Okay. Let me see that question. The next one. Oh, finding all the barbers that you need. Yeah. Yeah, I would prepare to, you know, like I said, I don't think it's going to be as cut and dry as finding, you know, I'm either going to find them all right now or I'm not. It's going to be more loose than that. You know, like I said, you may get the first person and then the next person may not be a good fit. And you may go through a couple of people like that. And then maybe the third person, bam, you meet them right off the bat. And then the next person, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a slow process. Going to be a slow process. Now, I don't really have an analogy because, you know, I like to speak analogously in just about everything that I do. But since I've never found myself in the position that you're in, I don't really have anything to analogously explain this. So it's going to be hard. But be sure that you are developing a relationship with the universe. And, you know, it's different in each situation where you're paying attention to when the universe is saying yes and when the universe is saying no. Whatever feels like it's flowing naturally and organically, and the feeling is right and the vibe is right. But again, I can't really explain that with an analogy because I've never been in that situation before. So hopefully you understand what that means when I say that. But I do think at the end of the day, I think it's going to be a slow process. I wonder if there's any kind of advice.
So maybe we can see, do you want for the last, don't pull a spread yet. Maybe for the last spread, do you want to see maybe like a timeline maybe of like when things will start coming together or something like that? I don't know if we could read into that. Or what do you think you could read, like, to dig deeper, maybe?
I don't know.
I know you don't like to say when, like, you don't like the wind, but, like, maybe, I just can't really find my words right now.
Me neither.
Like, the future of it all, how is it going to be?
Let me just see what comes from.
Yeah, that sounds great. Just something along those lines, like, how is it looking like in the future for all this to kind of play out? How's it going to play out?
And here's the Seven of Cups again. So, like I said, it's probably going to be a slow process. Probably going to be a little bit of waiting before you're able to fully integrate everything. So, if I had to put a time frame on it, which I'm funny about time frames because, you know, I'm a manifester. When you manifest, you can't worry about a time frame or you'll block your manifestation. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm so funny about time frames. But if I had to, I would say before summer's over.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
And with knowing that, you can manifest it too.
Yeah. But like I said, it kind of all depends on the energy that goes into it. If you start getting a little bit impatient and just say, fuck it, I don't want to wait, I'm going to hire this person. And then, you know, the energy starts getting a little bit funny or a little bit weary, you know, then that could push the timeline out. So many different variables that go into it. But I think that if you're, you know, reasonably, does it say your sign anywhere?
No.
You don't have any earth in your chart, do you?
I wonder, I don't know how you do interviews, but I'm like thinking, you know, it's just an idea. Instead of just like a normal interview, maybe you could do she's a Taurus. Maybe you could do like meet at a coffee shop or something chill, like lunch, and then really get to know the people on a more like a personal level. Then you can get to know them, like see how they interact with like the waiter and see how they just are with other people. And then that's a good, we can always see how people treat other people.
That'd be interesting.
Did they leave a good tip? I don't know, just something like this, their quirks, and just kind of get to know them in a different way, like a more modern interview. Like, don't make it so like questiony, but more like chill. Because that type of environment, like salons and things like that, you have to be like really chill and interact with other people. It's not like a suit and tie type of business thing like that.
Yeah. And what I would do if I was interviewing somebody is I would start off just by connecting with you and getting to know you as a person, you know, and then once we got that connection and we're locked in, then that's when I would start, you know, throwing my little questions in there and just trying to make it flow as naturally as possible.
She's hired people before though, and so I know she probably knows.
Right, but we're trying to see if we can...
for this situation, specifically. But
all right. So we on our last one.
And that was it. Okay, and that was it. So thank you for that. I hope that helped you. This is our last one because we're tapping out.
Yeah.
We're tapping out for the night. Okay. I don't think I'm ever gonna do a part 3 ever again. It's brutal. Love you guys, but I love sleep a little more. No, I'm just kidding. Slightly kidding.
I'm gonna sleep like a baby because I didn't have my nap today.
No. Okay, lastly, thank you for your patience. Katie. Hello, my name is Katie. I'm a Libra and my person's name is Rick. He's a Scorpio. We're not talking at the moment. Can you please let me know if he has ever been truthful?
That might not be the right angle to hit that from. Because all liars are truthful sometimes. So I think the best thing to look at is whether or not he's ever been untruthful. Because you know what the most successful liars do? The people who are the best fucking liars, the best manipulators, they tell you the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. They're 100% genuine, loyal, and truthful until you trust them so much that your guard is completely down and you would never suspect that they would lie to you. That's when they turn on you. So, let me see. King of Swords. Judgment, Temperance, Emperor reversed. Okay. Yeah, I think for the most part, this is tricky. He does more withholding information than he does deliberately trying to steer you away from the truth, if that makes sense. He's more secretive than he is a liar. With the King of Swords in the upright, the King of Swords is truthful. But Emperor reversed, Page of Swords reversed, Knight of Swords upright. See all this back and forth energy right here. Rather than just blatantly telling you a lie to deliberately mislead you from the truth, he's going to be more secretive. and withholding certain things, and he knows how to say the right thing the right way. And then when he stops talking, he can get you to fill in the blank spot and tell the lie to yourself.
That's freaking crazy.
So,
wow. Where the fuck did you pull that out of?
I've dealt with people like that before.
You have just that was like tapping into something.
I've dealt with people like that before.
Wow. That's deep.
And the last person I dealt with like that was a manipulative ass water sign. Just saying.
Ooh.
Boo, boo. Knight of Pentacles reverse. Five of Pentacles reverse. King of Wands reverse. See, Seven of Swords reversed. So, yeah, this is kind of deep and complex. Yes, he's been truthful, but he's more sneaky and secretive than he is to just blatantly out and out tell you a bold-faced bullshit lie, if that makes sense. So at the end of the day, I don't think he's trustworthy. At the end of the day, no matter how you slice that bread, no matter how the cookie crumbles, it's still deceit. Still deceitful. So, yeah. All right.
Someone's making chocolate chip pancakes, and I'm so jealous.
Oh, that does sound fire.
That sounds so good right now.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I wish I knew how to make pancakes. I suck at making pancakes, you guys. Like, I literally don't know how to make pancakes.
Dude, it's easy.
I can cook other things really well, but pancakes,
all you got to do is get the right viscosity of the stuff.
Viscosity? Consistency, maybe?
The viscosity.
I've never heard just anyone casually just throw that word out.
It's the thickness of the liquid.
Viscosity.
You don't know what it means for something to be more or less viscous?
Viscous? I've never heard of that word before.
You're a goofball, dude.
Viscous?
Yes, it's the thickness of the liquid.
No.
Viscosity is the thickness of a liquid. Anyway, so you got to eyeball it. So like me, I never read the directions as to how much water to put in it. I just eyeball it and I stir it. And then if it needs a little bit more, I'll put a little bit more in it, stir it with the...
Nobody knows the refrigerator.
We have a fridge, the refrigerator that you push the button and it puts water out. So I'll take it over there and push it against the thing, stir it in a little bit, and I just keep doing that until the consistency looks right. Viscosity. Wow. And then, so anywho.
Oh, that's it for a night, you guys.
All right. It was fun, y'all.
Thank you guys again. Oh my gosh. We will see you guys.
I'll see y'all tomorrow on main channel. I got Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, and I'm going to be knocking those out.
I will see you guys next Sunday.
All right.
Goodbye and good night.